Hello. Okay, so I'm in the greenhouse today. It will not stop raining. I wanted to get out there and cut some paths in the fields so I could go for longer walks than what I can already. But with it being so wet, like it literally will just not stop raining. There hasn't been, I don't know how long it's been, a single day where it's been dry. And then on the days where it doesn't rain, there's not enough sun to dry off the grass to enable it to be cut. So it's really annoying. But yeah, so I decided I'm just going to do an indoor job today. I'm going to sort out the greenhouse, which is a right mess. So the people who we bought this house from, they left loads of their rubbish, stuff that they couldn't be bothered to clear away here in all of the outdoor spaces. Well, inside the house as well, actually, to be honest. I hope the rain's not, I hope you can't hear that. Anyway, so I'm going to try and clear it, and to be fair, not all of the mess in here is their mess. Some of it is my mess too, because I just didn't know where to start. I'm not very good at tidying and clearing. I used to be a lot better, but the past few years have been super stressful, and my ability to make decisions about how to do things and what to do seems to have gone out of the window. So I think I was trying to have a sort of a discussion with myself before I started the video about how I was going to tackle this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there are a lot of pots in here that have got old compost in. So I'm going to get a bag and I'm going to empty all of that first. It would have been clever if I'd actually brought the bag with me, but I didn't do that. So I'm going to shoot into the house, get a black bag, because I haven't got anything stronger. Ideally, I would like a compost type bag, but I haven't got any here. Actually, oh, there's one on the floor right there, so I'll use that. I better get started. Oh, I really don't like tidying. Anyway, let's go. I would like this place to be functional. Oh, actually, I'd better check first to see if there are any bulbs in here, because there were other pots that had compost in that I got rid of, and there were bulbs in them, which I took out and put in a box. Yeah, there are. I don't know what these are. I don't know if these would even still be viable. There's flat bulbs and they're all dried. I'm going to put them in the box. So see, there were loads of others I found. I don't know much about bulbs, to be honest, so I don't know if I've done the right thing by putting them in a box to dry while I decide what to do with them. But that's what I'm doing. So let me show you this Yolon. I don't know if you know, but these are some small plants I found at the base of a cotoneaster out the front of the house. Now, do you think that these will establish into new plants successfully? I hope they do. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just because they were absolutely covered with bees when we first got the keys. I think when the flowers were out before the berries came, it's covered with berries at the moment, but oh, it was just swarming. We had beds delivered, and the delivery man, one of them, he didn't want to come in past them because there were so many bees on it. I'm just going to go and take all this outside. I've just remembered that, oopsie daisy, I actually have a raised bed outside that I'm trying to fill. So I'll go and pop all this in there. Now I'm just going to check this because this was full of an ant's nest. Yeah, I think they've gone. I can get rid of this as well. I didn't move it for the first couple of months we were here because of the fact that they were in there. I don't know where they've gone. Do you know where ants go once they finish their nest thing? They've definitely gone. Like, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see all the little white shells of the eggs that have hatched. Didn't mean to do that. Well, I definitely won't be short of pots. Oh, I have to stop for a break. Even though I've been working for about an hour, I feel like I haven't done anything. We're having to ration out the water at the moment because we don't have any water. So the water stopped, So we're on mains water, so it's not like we have a private water supply, but it went off yesterday afternoon and it still hasn't come back on. Apparently there's a leak on someone's property up there somewhere. So all of us, all my neighbours, we've all got no water. And we've only had the house a couple of months, 3 months, and this is the second time we've been without water. I didn't think that I would come to Wales, the land of rain, and have to live without water for 24 hours straight, you know. So while it happens, you can't wash your dishes, you can't flush your toilets, you can't have a shower, no clothes washing, cleaning, nothing that requires water you can't do. And until you have to deal without water, you don't realise how much you use it. We take it for granted. I certainly took it for granted. You just turn the tap on and there it is. But yeah, it's I find it really annoying that the people who bought the house off didn't tell me that, because apparently it happens regularly, the neighbours have said. One of the neighbours, who I've not met yet, I know that they've got a borehole because in the searches, when you get the searches back from the solicitor when you buy a house, there's all planning applications in there, local planning applications, and they did put in a planning thing for a borehole. So they probably don't have a problem. They probably have water. It's just us schmucks on mains water that don't have it. Anyway, I better get back to it. One of the good things about someone leaving all their junk behind is that you do find some useful things. I'm sure that strimmer line will come in handy. Plant labels, always handy. Ah, that's nice for pots. Useful for, when you're pricking out and stuff. Seedlings. Let's have a look. Sow by 2015. Sow by 2019. I don't know if any of these are going to be any good. I might just get rid of those. Don't know what they are, but they look like serious business, so I'll hang on to them. What's this? I've got no idea what that is. There's a whole box of old bulbs here. I don't know if they'd be any good because I don't know much about bulbs. I think I've said that already. But they seem firm. They're tiny but firm. I wonder if I should keep them and try and plant them and see what happens. Some of them I can't even make out what they are. Yeah, I think I'll keep them with the other bulbs. Can't do any harm. You won't believe what's in this box. bars of soap and liquid and I don't know how old that is. And then there's this one. I haven't opened this one yet, but I don't know if I want to. It feels really heavy. And the fact that he's got, or she, don't know who did it. This black stuff. What is that? Unidentified substance. What shall I do with that? No idea what it is. I suppose I better chuck that too. Okay, let me show you how far I've gotten. So I've cleared a lot of it. So these are bits and pieces that are going to have to go somewhere else because I don't want to leave them here. Obviously pots and things would be useful in here, but I don't want to leave places for slugs and snails to hide. So I want the whole floor to be just clear. Plus they don't last as long if they're in a greenhouse because the sun does do damage to them a lot quicker. So I'm going to find a place to put all of these. That's just compost and vermiculite there. And then if we come round to this side, these are bits I need to organise and find a place to put. So I found these, you know those little expanding things? You put water on and then you pop a seed in it. I don't really use these, I don't think they're very good, but I'm not going to chuck them away as they're here. These are all the bulbs. So I'll see if I do have the motivation and energy to try and plant those and see what happens. Plant labels and cute little potting tools. I didn't have the heart to throw these old seeds away. I am going to try and see if I can do anything with them. And I'm assuming these are some sort of a bean. Again, I don't know how old they are. They were just lying there on a tray. They've been in the sun for a long while. They're probably not viable. These, slug killer, I'm assuming that's all that's left of the label, and fertilizer. But I don't really use this stuff. I would never use slug killer. So I'm going to have to find out how I dispose of these. There are quite a lot of other bottles of liquids and weed killers and all kinds of things in one of the sheds. So I need to find something to do with those as well. I don't know how to. I'll stop waffling about that. Basically, I don't know where I'm supposed to dispose of them. I'll go to the recycling centre and see what they say. So these are just bits and bobs, pieces, things that might come in handy, which I'm going to put into the Dutch barn with all the other junk he left behind that I have to go through to see if it will come in handy. Bag of gravel, always useful. These I have to chuck away. They are those two containers. Recycling, the cardboard and stuff I'll probably put into the compost heap and that'll go in the recycling bag. Rubbish, watering cans, and those are my plants. This was a cactus that was inside on the windowsill and I put it outside the kitchen door because it was dead. But then it got a bit of rain on it and I noticed that I don't know if you can see, but it's gone green again. Even those ones, they are green underneath. So I'm guessing that it will survive. So I left it in here because, but I'll take it back into the conservatory. It was on the windowsill in the living room. And those are my beautiful asparagus. I'm really happy because you see that, how much thicker it is than all the other spindly ones. So the really strong ones are coming in now. There's a couple on some of the other ones I can't see now. I moved all the pots around. But anyway, I'm happy about that. Anyway, that's me for now. I'm tired. I want to go and have a bit of lunch, but the sun has come out, so I think I might actually take the chance while it's not raining to have a quick walk around the land, and then I'll go in, have a bit of lunch, and then come back and see how much energy I've got to finish off. I want to get all of these things out of here, put them somewhere else, and then see if I can at least clean the glass on the inside. Everything needs a good sweep first, and then I'm gonna see if I can clean it all. Anyway. I think I might go inside and see about getting something that I can use to clean this. It probably makes more sense to finish clearing everything and then do the cleaning all at once. But I've never been one for doing things in a functional order that makes sense. Because I prefer to flip from this to that to this to that. So I've cleaned the top shelf, dusted it off and done half of this shelf. And now I'm going to go inside and see. I'm pretty sure I saw some sort of flat mop, window cleaner type thing left in the utility room. Oh God, it's really bucketing down now. It was lovely and sunny and now it's started to rain. I don't know if you can hear me over the rain, it's so loud. Anyway, I'm gonna wait till the rain stops, do a few more bits, go inside, see if I can get that mop and then come back out. Luckily I've got an IBC tank full of rainwater, so even though the mains water's not working, I've got lots of rainwater. Okay, it's not brilliant, but it's better. So this is the one I've done, and that's the one I haven't. You can see the edges. It doesn't really get the edges clean. So yeah, it's not the greatest tool, but it'll probably do me for now. That's actually a lot more tiring than I thought it was going to be. I did the outside of the first 4 roof panels, and I'm already knackered. That really hurts the shoulder. I think for the inside, using this mop head thing is just a bit too fiddly, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to maybe, I might do it just on the apex. Let me show you, hang on. I can't even touch that. I'm nowhere near being able to touch that. It's really tall. It's a hugely tall greenhouse, which is great for me because there's loads of space, but not so great when I have to wash it. But anyway, I'm not complaining. I love this greenhouse. It's really sturdy and I'm very happy that they left it here. Now there is a bumblebee that is flying around trapped in here, so I'm going to see if I can catch it and release it, and then I might go in and make myself a cup of tea. 4 panels and I'm knackered. There she is. I'm going to let her go now. You know what? I've actually changed my mind. I've really lost my motivation for this job. I thought I was going to get the whole thing pristine, get everything out of here, wash all the glass, but my energy for it is just gone. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to sweep up the floor. So at least that's done. That's the problem with being ruled by your whims rather than having solid discipline, you know. I really envy those people who have a very, very good sense of self-discipline and can just do something whether they feel like doing it or not. I am not one of those people. I'm just in the second field and I'm taking you to have a look at the new paths that we've cut. So I'm very excited about this because every time we cut a new path, it just opens up more of the land. And it means that when I go for a walk, I can explore a little bit more. The walk can be a little bit longer. It's just really nice. So we've actually been away for a week. So the last bit of footage was done just over a week ago. And we were away, and you will not believe that the whole time we were gone, it was gorgeous. Okay, hang on, let me stop a sec. So this was the normal path, and then this is the new path we've cut. Anyway, back on topic. So the whole time we were gone, it was glorious sunshine here every single day. Can you imagine how much grass cutting I could have gotten done during the dry, warm weather? And we've come back, we got back last night, and today and yesterday it's been raining. Everything's wet again, the slugs are out in abundance, and I can't cut. Anyway, c'est la vie. Okay, so this brings us down to the gate that takes us to the river. So where we are here is the highest part away from the river. I've put myself a little chair there. Let me show you. So you can't see it very well, but all the way down there, it's quite far down, the river's going along there. But it's really beautiful to be able to sit here and just hear the river. Let me see if I can you see that? I'm not sure. But anyway, so if we went down that way, which I did in fact do, but it was really hairy. I was going through and there was loads of brambles and it was quite steep and not really safe. But you know when you've gone so far and you think, oh, I'm going to be coming to the bit that's clear any minute now, and you don't, but you've got too far to go back, so you have to keep going. I ripped my leggings that day, I can tell you. Anyway, so you go through there, and then it goes downwards, and then it comes back upwards, and then it goes to the place I showed you in the other video where it's all brown and, you know, lots of ferns. Anyway, I'm turning around, and I'm going to show you this way very quickly, but I'm not going to take you there. Well, not along the whole route, because, well, you can see everything's a bit overgrown, isn't it? But I'd like to clear it a little bit more before I take you there with the camera, because you really have to pay attention when you're walking along here, because there's lots of trip hazards and stuff. So I love this branch. So you kind of duck under this branch and you go, ah! Oh, I'm caught on a bramble. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, maybe I'll turn back. Hang on, I'm going to go back. There's holly on one side, grabbing my shoulder and my cheek, and there's brambles on the other side, grabbing my legs. So I'll show that to you another day. But oh, I love walking along there. I think I mentioned, did I mention? When we came to see this place, it wasn't until we did this, he had cleared that so that we could actually do the walk. And it wasn't until we did that walk that we decided, yeah, this is the place for us. Anyway, I'm going to speed it up, going up to the next path that we've cut. So you can see here that we've actually widened the path quite substantially, because before it was just one pass of the lawnmower, and now it's probably about the width of 3 passes, I would say. Basically, I want a lot of the main paths to be wide enough so that me and Vijay, or me when we have visitors, 2 of us can walk side by side, basically. So you can chat and meander. Right, so here's the other path that we cut. I'm not going to take you along the whole bit. We did stop at, well, before we actually finished. Because why was that? I think it got too late and we were really exhausted. But before I take you round there, I want to show you this. So I think I've mentioned this willow coppice before. And I always thought, because when we came to see it, it was like there were lots of water there. But I think the water is only in this section here, because if you come this way, I have to walk carefully and then duck down. I'm going to see if I can remove this branch so that I'll be able to go in there without having to duck. Oh, ooh. Look at this. I absolutely adore this area. You're just surrounded by a canopy of willow. And look at these. I absolutely love this. I can just imagine coming here, having some really nice seats in here and doing my monthly women's circle here. It would be amazing if it didn't rain so much, if the weather was good, for all of us to be sitting here and having our monthly circle. It would be absolutely amazing. Oh, I could just stay here for hours. I do need to bring a seat here, like I've got by the river. I tell you what, having seats, having chairs to sit on in different places is something that I really want, but at the moment the finances are just not there. But the guy that we bought this place off left a couple of plastic chairs in one of the sheds, and there's a couple of plastic chairs that my auntie's chucking out. So I thought, okay, that'd be handy. At least there are 4 chairs, so at least one person can sit down in 4 places, 4 different places. So maybe one by the river, one in here, somewhere else. Trouble is, they'll always be wet. But if I can, okay, so this is kind of where we stop. Let me get back to the point. If I can make covers for them, so whip the covers off so that you can sit down without getting a wet bum, that'll be good. So you see we stopped the path there, but the idea is for it to go all the way around there. But I think once you get around there again in the winter, you can't see the bit, but it's round there. It's full of water, so you can't really walk through it. I mean, you could, you've got wellies on, it's fine, but I don't know, I just wouldn't want to. I was reading the Book of Wilding, and they were talking about something, I can't remember the name, but in little sort of areas that puddle during the winter and then go dry during the summer, there's something shrimp, or I'll have to look it up. I've got a memory like a fish when it comes to details. I remember feelings very well, how I feel about things, but the detail of it, no. Anyway, and I just think, oh, if there are little creatures that are in there, I don't really want to be squelching and stepping all over them, no matter how tiny and microscopic they are. Anyway, so to get an idea of placement, because I find it really difficult still, I'm only just getting to the grips with the fact that tree line there, this tree line here, that's the road beyond it. Because it's weird, it's kind of, the land goes behind the house and then off to the side as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you enjoyed having a look at my new favourite spot. Well, oh God, there's my two new favourite spots. I don't know what trumps it, the river or the willow. I think the willow was an unexpected tree. I knew the river was there, but I didn't know that little willow circle was there, that you could actually go in there and sit down. But anyway, I shall catch you in the next video, because I think this one's probably long enough. Next time, oh, I still haven't finished the greenhouse, by the way, but next time I'm hoping to start clearing a little bit in the open barn so that I can start piling up the logs, because there are logs that are outside and I don't want them to be getting soaked and sitting on soggy earth, because they'll be rotting, and then what's the point if they're going to rot instead of being able to use them as firewood. Although I probably will leave a couple there for, there's all kinds of insects and wildlife that use rotting wood, isn't there? But anyway, that's enough rambling from me. I will catch you next time.